playoff game by a score of 9-8. But since then, Scott Arnold, 361 days have surpassed. And since then, no Ontario team has been able to beat the Six Nations Chiefs. 18 wins in a row after an undefeated regular season. They also picked up the victory in Game 1 by a score of 13-7. But if there is a silver lining for the Cobourg Kodiaks, we're back in the Jack Burger Sports Complex, a place that they're undefeated.
The Chiefs just have so much depth, but I thought the Kodiaks hung with them in that opening game. Despite the score, there were moments where the Kodiaks controlled the pace. There's just too much talent on that Chiefs team, but I know the boys are fired up. We saw a bunch of the Kodiaks just moments ago, and they sound like they're ready. They do every game, though, especially in this arena where they're undefeated. They've only played a couple games, but this has been their home for the postseason, and they're shining bright.
Box, and we're got a 5-on-4 advantage. Haley shoots and scores! The hometown boy has it a 1-0 game here in Port Hope, Ontario for the Cobourg Kodiaks.
We'll take a few looks at it, and you'll see Haley quarterbacking the power play as he always does, and then that big windup, still a hard shot, but usually we see him really rip that one, and it was just a little bit of a change-up that also switched directions as well. That's a tough one to read.
Side again, that's Shane Jackson. Jackson with a backhand pass and controlling it on the far side is the former Cobourg Kodiak and Longboat. An odd angle shot and he scores! It looked like an impossible angle for Travis Longboat, yet he's got a goal here in game number 2.
At this point, and then watch the hop that it takes. And you see Six Nations kind of pulling out. They've got a couple guys going back for the line change. You see 1 second left on the shot clock. So this is just a desperation shot to maybe reset the clock. And then you see right there, it just squeezes its way through Orleman.
Gareth Egg, who had the overtime winner in the postseason, scores! Say his name and he appears. Gareth Egg makes it a 2-1 game.
The overtime hero just about a week and a half ago, and you can see the ball moving again. Kodiaks have been doing this, trying to spread out the Chiefs' defense. They've got a really spread offense, and instead of making the pass, you see the pick from Grennan. That creates the opening down the side, and a huge rip. What a shot from Haig.
Woods had 2 goals and 1 assist in game number 1. As he gets this right in front of Hill, and it's Haley, a second helping. So nice, he's going to do it twice, and Cobourg's got a 3-1 lead here with 6:03 remaining in the opening period.
It was a power play goal earlier. This one comes on the 5-on-5, and you can see Woods lined up with his Halifax teammate Bell, brings him out to the top. That's when Haley draws in, calls for that pass at the top of the crease. You see him get by his man. What a play by Haley. Thompson's one of the better defenders in the league, and he was able to break free. You'll see a better look at it here. Thompson's right on him, and then all of a sudden Haley just squeezes through, finds himself alone on the door.
Once again, it's Stone Jacobs off to the races. A chance for his first goal of the postseason. He scores! Stone Jacobs makes no doubt about it, and 4's been shot up on the board in the opening period of play by the Kodiaks.
Kodiaks showing their transition game, and as soon as that ball was lost by the Chiefs, Stone Jacobs takes off, he gets the pass, and look at the distance that he had. Nobody was anywhere near him. The pass is right on target, right into his stick at center, and then from that center floor all the way down, there was nobody anywhere near him.
8 as well as the victories in game 1. As Jamieson steps into this one and scores. The extra attacker works for the Chiefs, and with 19.4 seconds and their goalie on the bench, they're able to rip it home. Cody Jamieson had 7 goals and 30 points over the regular season. Not surprising for a guy who has 896 points in his NLL career. As here, the seam opened up and he able to find a hole to the left side of Orleman. Romanchuk and Riggs was the kind of left and right options as far as defense was concerned. I know it sounds crazy, but the way they were dominating 6-on-5 at the tail end of that first period, I think you'd want to take advantage of this. Instead, a cheeky little goal by Lyle Thompson draws his team to 1 here in game 2.
This one now, which took 3 minutes and 8 seconds of lacrosse in this second period, and you see Thompson, a couple options. He swings around the pick, fakes like he's going to cut into the middle, and then swings around again. He does that twice and keeps that ball protected at that far side so nobody could touch it.
The guy was a 2022 OJL Defenseman of the Year. As Grennan comes back the other way, finds a hole on the right shoulder of Hill, and he's reinstated the 2-goal lead.
3 points on 5 of the goals, and watch Grennan just take off on that far side, and it's all smiles on that Kodiaks bench.
He had 5 points in game 1, including 4 helpers, Scott.
Yeah, he's been the setup man, but he's also a guy who can score as well, and that was just a nice dish from the far side. And you can see Grennan coming off the bench, and then it's Marinier who has the look. That's a heads-up play by Marinier.
Thompson from Grennan, now to Anderson. Anderson slipping down the near side. We'll give it back to Thompson. Now to Gareth Haig, who scores!
You see the smiles on that bench. This time, Gareth Haig getting it done. He's got a pair of goals. And that flip pass coming from Anderson at the side. He's against the boards. He's all the way over. And look at how he draws the defenders his way. Fakes like he's going to go towards the net. And then that flip pass. And then a nice dish across. But that's a nice tic-tac-toe play.
Randy Staats barking at the official. I don't know what's he upset about, considering his team is getting the ball back, and his brother in Austin's gonna score. Right to left on the radio dial. They're gonna find Longboat. Now here's a shot for Eli McLaughlin, and they score! For the gentleman that just drew his team within 1, Scotty, here at the Port Hope Jack Berger Sports Center, as my word. Man, the Torpedoes, they've tied the game up at 6-6, and it's, well, Six Nations leading the charge.
And we'll see this goal. This is the one coming right off the face-off, right after the Eli McLaughlin goal. This is just seconds later, and what a play by Thompson. He has 3 black jerseys on him, and he's able to get through and get that shot off.
Crossbar, back the other way instead. It'll be Justin Martin. Martin goes in, and he scores! Short-handed, the 10th short-handed marker that the Kodiaks have given up in the postseason, and the Six Nations Chiefs have their first lead of the night here with 7:27 remaining in the second frame.
And now 4 unanswered goals, capped off with this one from Martin to give them their very first lead, and it's a transition goal for the Chiefs on a penalty kill. You see everyone waiting back just in case Cobourg gets the ball back.
That's Haley, nice pass, shoots and scores! Woods capitalizes to make it a 7-7 game with 4:37 remaining on the second period clock.
See Daryl Gibson just letting them know what he saw on that play, and it's the great ball movement once again. Cobourg doing a good job keeping it around the perimeter, waiting for the Chiefs to make a mistake, and then as soon as that defender flies out towards Woods, that's when he unloads the shot. He faked like he was going to go in and do a pick, and he just stayed right in that shooter position waiting for the ball.
Think about the opportunity he denied by Hill. He had a breakaway, made a couple moves, as Haley's got the hat trick. The hometown native decides to go low, and after scoring 2 goals in the opening period of play, here 6:53 into the third period, it is a hat trick for the kid from Port Hope.
And it's a bounce shot from Haley to get the scoring going in this third period. 4 points for Haley, and a perfectly executed pick from Aaron Woods. Woods has had a great game. He's had 4 points himself, 3 of those helpers. He won't get the assists on this one, but he certainly assisted in creating that play.
Need a goal. McLaughlin, is he going to oblige right now? Tries to go high on Orelman, who makes the stop, but then the rebound squeaks through. Jackson with the goal has tied this game up.
Gives them some lip service after that one, letting them know what he thinks. And you'll see the goal, the original opportunity from Eli McLaughlin, and then you see Jackson come in, scoop up the rebound. Orelman gets a piece of it, and then as he turns around, you'll see it from this angle here. It is already across that goal line, and then immediately after the goal, you see Staats fired up.
To go low, Orelman with the stop. A great job by Ellerton to grab it, but then he's thrown down to the ground, and that's allowed to continue. Austin Staats goes in and scores! I don't know about this one. The Kodiaks are upset, and rightfully so. Several Kodiaks hurt on that play, including Riggs.
And we'll see how this all develops. Kodiaks trying to move the ball up, and watch 43 at the top of your screen in white. He comes over, clean lacrosse check, gets the loose ball, and then the finish off the dish from Shane Jackson. That's just a great play all around by Austin Staats. I mean, takes the man down. Jackson is aware that the ball is loose. Staats doesn't waste any time, goes right towards the top of that crease, waiting for the pass. With the big wet streak on this near side, so we'll keep an eye on that if that plays a factor. They'll keep the ball to the far side.
Can't be
There it is.
lethargic, and that allows a free chance for Cole to score as Phoenix spilled on the floor.
As soon as I saw that streak, I'm thinking, are they going to keep it on the far side? And Chiefs knew that if they got the Kodiaks out far enough, that might play a factor. That was set up. They knew that that streak was there, and as soon as a Kodiak defender went down, you can see the Chiefs cutting towards the net, and that's a tough one. I mean, you can see that streak from a mile away. I don't know why the ref, who's right there, didn't blow that down. They
Leading the Six Nations Chiefs by a score of 4-2 after 20 minutes of play. The Chiefs storm back and take the crucial Game 2, 10-8 here on your TV.